Dakota, and today some goose.
Yeah.
Very good time.
This week, Uncle Roger teaches
Dungeons and Dragons.
Goose Hydra.
Twitch.tv/eclectic Paul.
Oh, MSG.
Tuesday night.
For you.
7
Only knows
p.m.
what MSG is.
Cake or death. Cake, please. Well, we're out of cake. We only had 3 slices and didn't think there'd be such a room.
Salt on
Well,
crab.
in that case, not have the goose hydra.
Dungeons
Is it
and
because I was
Dragons.
teasing you about that on Sunday?
Twitch.tv/eclectic Paul.
Doing this Uncle
Tuesday
Roger
night.
quotes every few minutes.
7 p.m.
Oh, yeah. I haven't seen Uncle Roger in a while.
It's because I was watching the whole saga between him and Gordon Ramsay, which is like only just finished like 2 months ago. It's on Gordon's channel.
Oh, really?
He got his uncle title back.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Gordon have
Twitch.tv/eclectic Paul.
Oh yeah, and he really did.
Tuesday
he
night.
really laid into him for the like cooking
7
outside.
p.m.
It's like, you homeless person, you homeless Gordon, you always cook outside.
Yeah.
And he does it so much that Gordon actually burns one of the buns and tries to throw it away. And Uncle Roger grabs it. It's like, oh, you burned bun.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Oh, no.
He's focusing so
Twitch.tv/eclectic
hard
Paul.
trying to like keep it together.
Tuesday night.
And him in his ear
7
just
p.m.
constantly going on. It's like, oh, I can't believe he actually. There's not many cuts in it, so it's like he really was winding him up.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah, it shows. I mean, people have said it.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Because he brings out the MSG at like when
Twitch.tv/eclectic
he's
Paul.
lightly toasting
Tuesday
the buns,
night.
which is why he burns one.
7 p.m.
Because he distracts him at just the wrong moment when he needs to be paying attention. And yeah, it's
no
full
wrong.
of that.
Oh, I gotta watch that.
It's on Gordon Ramsay's channel though.
Dungeons
Yeah,
and Dragons.
that's why you probably haven't heard about it. As I
Twitch.tv/eclectic
said, it's on
Paul.
Gordon's channel.
Tuesday
It's in
night.
Bournemouth, right in front of the beach.
7 p.m.
So yeah, it's pretty easy to spot it. Because that's when he's given some walks. Okay, let's get started. Hello everyone and welcome to Curse of Strahd, Goblins vs Strahd. Our famous game with an all-goblin party. It seems to have put everyone in... Is everyone in the right place? It looks like it.
I can confirm in a moment.
Well, I don't think anyone else is joining, so... No, it's looking like it.
You said
That's awesome. For once, it actually kept everyone in the right order.
Huzzah!
my God.
Technology working as intended.
What the
I can't
is going
handle
on?
this. This would be the perfect time if we queued that up. That would have been the perfect time for the jizz in my pants. Sort of. I've done it.
I've done it.
I'm not explaining that one to the people out there. Now let's crack on. Let's get my light on so that people can see my lovely face. Hello.
I probably should have warned before we actually went live. There may be a chance that I just suddenly vanish because the power has tripped about 5 times in the last 2 days.
That's
Oh,
all right,
yeah.
mate. That's all right. You know,
I thought
we're
you were
we're
gonna say
used
we
to
didn't wanna
random
know
people
about
disappearing.
Hawk
My
Face.
shit internet, crossed with, with Sab's
Murray.
crap internet. You know, it's
Yes.
not just an English. It's not just a Scottish thing. It's an English thing too.
Yeah.
Why do we not get good internet in rural places? Where's that? What's that all about? They freaking connected up.
Yeah.
They connected up the village, freaking a mile away, on both sides of me. They've all got fibre
Not
optic.
your.
They ran out of money. Couldn't connect the little bit in the middle between the two. Bastards.
Ugh.
No fibre optic for Hawk this year. Till more government
Motherfuckers.
funding becomes available. Sad face.
So no fibre optic for Hawk. Full stop.
No, I know eventually we will get it, apparently. But it is when they connect the two up, so when there's more funding. If there's more funding. Given the
Yes.
Labour government now cutting everything, probably not.
Yes, as I said, no fibre optic for Hawk.
No.
Not until at least another 2 general elections.
So 4 years.
Yeah.
Maybe 3, depending.
Oh well. I'm used to it. Labour or Conservatives, they like to go to Brown Town. Okay. Well, fit all the political stuff during the ad breaks because no one likes the ad breaks, and okay. Let's minimize that and get the proper table up.
I was kicking myself last week because I forgot I had the lucky ability, and I wasn't using it for the pie saving throw.
Forward the next one if necessary.
Yeah, you want to get the next one because you want to get rid of that you want to get rid of that withdrawal level. Or you want to at least just keep it at 1 withdrawal. You don't want to get any more withdrawal levels.
Yeah.
Because every time you don't eat a pie, it does go down. It's just if you go cold turkey, it goes down, but it goes onto your withdrawal level. So yeah, it's still easier each time, but you have more negatives. If you pass it, it goes down without the negatives.
Yeah.
But yeah, you don't want the next level of negatives.
Yeah.
If anyone wants to check the negatives, you can find it on the campaign website, the campaign page under the Dream Pastries sort of link. So yeah, it is on there. Okay, launch game. So the DM's actually in game instead of just player. Okay. Well, you wanted to do some shopping before we.
Yes, I believe.
And then we were going to have a long rest and start the day early. Was there any last minute shopping ideas that people had before your long rest into day 11 and the day of the cook-off?
Well, I seem to remember me, Rose, Edith, and Clee were going to go to the shop to get clothing materials to make outfits proper outfits to wear while serving. Well, since Clee's the only one who can clothes apparently, although I don't think mending works because I've got mending, but I don't think I can use it to make stuff.
No, but you can buy. Nux can make things.
Okay, it's as well. I think I know we didn't establish it, but because these clothes are made for Barovians and we're like maybe 2 feet smaller than them,
Yeah, you could
we
use.
might not need
Basically,
as
you
much.
could double up.
Yeah, we don't need to use
I
as
mean,
much.
you don't see children around, so that means that you could get the children's clothing, and it should be cheap.
Well, yeah, true. It
Which
depends
the
what's
game
available.
actually puts
Discount
items as
aisle.
being children's clothing, but I would probably say it was the same as half anyway. Going off how we sell stuff at work.
Okay, so let me just get the thing.
I
Oh,
can't
don't want
think
food.
of anything, but
Well, you might want to get food, and if you haven't got any food or supplies or anything, you might want to at least see if they've got anything, you know, like rations or something.
yeah, I'll get some rations.
Rations.
I
I'm
believe you have a crossbow you wanted to sell, Ollie.
Oh yeah. I had a spare light crossbow, which I don't seem to.
Okay, I'll just look up the price.
Uh,
Okay, so who wants to go
says
where
25.
first? So there is a blacksmith. There is a sort of trying to think who would buy stuff who would have clothing. Yeah, there is a sort of haberdashery.
Okay.
Because you can buy like warm clothes there.
Okay.
And there is a apothecary.
Okay.
of
Well,
sorts.
I don't know if Clee wants to spend money on clothing or anything because she's said she's not going to be the one wearing them.
I don't suppose I could go to the apothecary for a detox on the old pie addiction.
You could ask him.
I don't think. I don't think Borkle would want it known what he's addicted to.
Is Jumanji, especially as part of the platform of running against the Burgermeister, is he made you eat children?
Yeah.
So saying you're addicted to the very thing you're blaming the former Burgermeister for is probably not the best move.
Yeah, this is what I was thinking.
Well, you could go in there and do this sort of. You just want a detox.
Yeah,
You know,
I'll go
like
and
a
ask,
trendy,
but I'm.
like a trendy person.
Yeah.
Like,
But
you
first,
just, like,
first things.
I'm kind of bored. Would you like to filter my blood?
First, I think I'll see if I can unload this crossbow and what I can get for it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you want to go to the sort of blacksmith first.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, we'll do that sort of theatre of the mind because it is a bit as it would just be loading like 3 maps just for the sake of loading 3 maps.
Yeah.
To go like this city street shop, city street back, just for a 5-minute conversation. Okay, so you walk across town. It's pretty uneventful this time of the day. Everyone's sort of milling about because it's, I think it's sort of lunchtime-ish, if I remember correctly. About lunchtime-ish.
Oh, I'm gonna
After
have a
what
look
you
at
were
the
doing this
daggers while
morning.
I'm in the blacksmith.
First shop you get to is the sort of blacksmith. He's busy fixing horseshoes as you approach. Well, he's basically making horseshoes. He's fitting some horseshoes at the moment. So basically, what he's doing is he's got a horse and he's just correcting the shoes so they're the right size, hammering them into the correct shape, so that they can be nailed in. He can't hear you approach.
Okay.
He's got his back to you.
Can I
His
just
shop just looks
quick...
a bit like the standard Barovian shops. Dark, dismal looking, kind of miserable and gloomy. With a thatched roof. Very low roof. There are... you can see some weapons of different shapes and sizes and things. They all look
Can I have a look
rather
at daggers and
tatty.
knives and things? Ah.
Oh, what's happened here? Looks like my camera's frozen.
What about crossbow bolts?
Yeah, there's some crossbow bolts.
I'll don't suppose he's got anything like, I mean, small weapons, obviously. So, what am I? I'm just looking at my character sheet. Am I wearing armor of any kind?
You're wearing leather armor, I believe.
Yeah, leather armor. Yep, that'll do. Yeah. Okay. So
Bit of a
there's
suggestion,
nothing
you might
in
want to
the
announce
knives.
yourself. As I said, he's
Sorry?
busy hammering, so you might want to announce yourself.
Excuse me, sir.
Oh, hello. Sorry, I didn't hear you there.
No problem. I'm wondering if I could get anything for this here light crossbow.
Oh, give me a sec just to finish up. He proceeds to
Alright.
finish off shaping the shoe. Then he grabs the horse's foot, puts it between his legs, and quickly taps in the nails. It only takes him a couple of minutes. You can tell he's done this hundreds, thousands of times. Horse immediately puts their foot down on it. No problems. He turns to the owner. There you go. All sorted. Oh, looks like my camera is having difficulties. Evening, Phil.
Hello.
Bingo card. Well, I've got two already.
Nice.
Hey,
Should have
like
added late start.
two already.
Yeah, yeah. I've got to get on with it.
Right. Oh, this is a nice weapon. Not much better condition than the sort of junk we usually get. How much were you after?
Well, Jumanji, I'm unlikely to get the full price, am I? Because used. Well, I haven't used it, but it's been used. I took it off a corpse, I assume.
Yeah, light crossbow. As I said, decent. Well, their full price is 25 gold, but you're not likely to get that much.
Yeah. Shall we
But
say...
crossbows are pretty good, so, pretty useful.
Why
Yeah,
so
man.
weak?
I'll
So
bid in,
weak.
shall we say 20 gold?
Roll persuasion.
Alright, rolling persuasion. That is a... Hold on.
That seems a
Hold
bit
on.
steep, mate. That seems a bit steep.
Alright then, 15?
15? Yeah, 15.
All right, a pound.
Yeah. I'll take 15 for it.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, I'll take that deal. So, sorry, do I add 15 now?
Yeah. Yeah, you can add your 15.
Okay. And that was a spare crossbow. I don't suppose you'd have any bolts knocking around. I could probably do with about 10 of those.
Yeah, I've got some crossbow bolts. As I said, they're not in the greatest of shape.
If they can fit on the crossbow, they'll do me.
Well, 75 each. 75 silver each. So, how many do you want?
That'd be, shall we say 10? That'd be 75 silver. Wait. So is it 100 silvers to a gold? Sorry.
Yeah.
Okay. 70.75. That's 7.5 gold. Yeah, I'll take that.
Yeah.
7.5.
As I
Well,
said, you
I'll
might need to resharpen some of them if you've got a whetstone. Because some of them are probably a bit blunt.
I see.
Only
Sorry,
take
do you
you
have
5
change
minutes
for?
or so. You just, as I said, just need a bit of work on them. They're, well, used.
Do you have change for 8 gold pieces?
Yeah, yeah.
Right, remember that. That's an extra 50 silver, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. And you say he doesn't really have anything else that looks like it's worth getting, like that's better than a regular dagger.
He does have some common magical items, including daggers.
Can I have a look at any magic daggers he might have?
Yeah.
I'm afraid I don't know a thing about magical weapons still, other than the ones I've directly interacted with. So I would have no idea what to look for.
What is magical beings, though? You've been bitten by enough.
Yeah. So I'm not sure what I'd be looking at.
I'm just looking to find something. Common rarity. Just going to look on someone's character sheet a second. Because I know I've added a couple of ones. Sorry about this, I didn't have the character sheet loaded. Yeah, this guy does carry some, as I said, magical items that were, well, as you may be able to guess, their former gear of previous adventurers. So, they're going to be heavily used.
Yeah.
Yes.
And you're going to
Previous
know that's
adventurers
where
that
they
did
came
not
from.
return.
Don't ask more questions.
Huh.
Okay, so he has got... He's got a couple of arm blades. Arm blade daggers.
Arm blades.
Yes.
Is this Assassin's Creed level arm blade things?
Yes.
You just have to say it. Didn't you?
They might be a homebrew item I actually added.
Yeah, there's loads
I'm
of
pretty
them.
Oh, really?
And they are classed as
Yeah,
a
'cause I'm pretty-
magical... They are coming up as a magical item.
Yeah, because I remember I did add them to a game I was running.
Like, I'm just looking it up
I
here.
agree
Arm
with that.
blade
I love the
dagger.
idea of those being a thing. Because
an arm blade is a magic.
Concealable. It could be any kind of concealable dagger. It's not like Assassin's Creed has the sort of monopoly on that. There's also some dagger of warning.
The item I added in game 2 was.
There's a dagger of warning and a couple of dagger +1s.
Are there
It's
price
like
tags on them?
I think it's Corsage that makes daggers.
As I said, they're very used, so they will need resharpening before you can use them.
Yeah.
At the moment, they are useless because they're just blunt.
How much is the dagger of warning versus an arm blade dagger? Because the dagger of warning could be useful as like
Yes, it glows in the presence of goblins. Hey, wait a minute.
well, it would still look cool.
I was wondering when someone would think about it. It's not the most stealthy item.
Does anybody have a flashlight
Get us a torch.
or a torch? Nope. Here's
Yes, weirdly, it
dagger, though.
always seems to glow whenever I'm holding it, or when it's in my holster. It's like a lightsaber.
Or whenever I'm near it.
Yes.
This magic weapon warns you of danger. While this weapon is on your person, you have advantage on initiative rolls. In addition, you and any of your companions within 30 feet of you can't be surprised, except when incapacitated by something other than non-magical sleep. The weapon magically awakens you and your companions within range if any of you are sleeping naturally when combat begins. That actually seems really useful. Even if I can't use it as a weapon.
But the problem with that as well is that you and Korshanka don't fall asleep naturally.
Well, we are tonight. We haven't had pie.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry, excuse me. Okay. And arm blade dagger. Let's have a look at that. Oh. Arm blade. Mace, Morningstar, Quarterstaff, Battle Axe.
No, the arm blade dagger.
Yeah. An arm blade is a magic weapon that attaches to your arm, becoming inseparable from you as long as you're attuned to it. To attune to its item, you must hold it against your forearm for the entire attunement period. As a bonus action, you can retract the arm blade into your forearm or extend it from there. While it is extended, you can use the weapon as if you were holding it. And you can't use that hand for other purposes.
Oh no, that's a D&D official one, I think.
Because when I'm looking up arm blade, it's bringing up a load of stuff from Eberron.
It's a D&D official one, that one.
Requires attunement by a warforged. I don't think that would...
yeah, we don't have a warforged in our party.
Yeah. I didn't catch that bit. Sorry.
I'll inquire about Damage 1d4. I'll inquire about the dagger of warning. Like, excuse me, sir, what's this dagger here? That doesn't look conventional.
It starts to glow as you approach.
Danger, danger, Will Robinson.
Sure.
Sorry.
That really doesn't look conventional.
Why, it's a dagger of warning. Well, I said it was. Piece of trash now.
So what does it warn of?
Well, danger, obviously.
So it will light up like this if I'm ever in a situation where danger is near.
Yeah, pretty much. Well, that's all it pretty much does. I mean, it's no use as a dagger at the moment. I don't think it did its previous owner much good.
That in mind, how much?
How much you offering? As I said,
I'll give you gold for it if it's useless.
make it 5. As I said, it's going to need resharpening and stuff, and I really don't know much about weapons.
Hard bargain, but you got it. 5 gold it is.
I'm a
I'll
country
hand over
blacksmith.
5.
I don't maintain swords and axes and stuff like that. It's not my thing. As I said,
all right, I'll count out. Sorry.
But even to someone as well, you can tell from immediately looking at it, the blade is utterly shagged. Is
if it pops up,
or
the item I was
there's
thinking,
no.
the item
It's
I
going to
was
take you
thinking of,
hours to get this blade back.
Yeah, the item I was thinking of that I added was the Vagrant's Wrist Stiletto.
Ah, that sounds very Assassin's Creed.
It is based off the Assassin's Creed blade, yeah.
But that's pretty much the same as all my weapons. They're and armor. They need a proper looking over.
Yeah. Joanne, is there a whetstone handy? Like
No, he doesn't keep them. As I said, he had no use for them. He
so
just
I wouldn't be able to buy one either.
He just fixes tool. He just fixes like gardening implements and stuff. Usually, he's not a weapons expert at all.
Yeah. Well, it's more the advantage on initiative rolls and not being surprised that I'm interested in. Its utility as a weapon is secondary.
Well, yeah, if you can get some use out of it. The poor sod who was using it before, well, they're not going to be missing it.
I'll count out 5 gold and hand it to him.
Thanks.
Thank you very much. And that's me done. I think I'll I will just just go somewhere to buy some rations. How much would that be?
Rations are expensive. Rations are 25 silver each.
And one of them is like 1 meal, right?
It's basically a day's rations. Travel ready
I'll
food,
spend...
including jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts.
Okay, I'll spend 1 gold then and get 4 of them, if that's all right.
Because they're all stuff that don't require preservatives. Dried fruit, jerky, hardtack, and nuts. And...
So, dagger of warning. Add. Ration. Rations 1 day. Add to backpack. I think that takes my rations up to 7 now.
Well, you got a week's worth of rations. The only problem is, as I said, at the moment you'd have a hard time using them.
Yeah.
You can't. You've got to pass that check, otherwise you don't get any nutritional value from it. So you'd end up starving
Yeah.
anyway.
That's true. Still, it's better to have them.
Better to have them, eat them, and then taste of ash and do nothing than not have them and suffer exactly the same consequences.
Yep.
But it does take you like days for you to get an exhaustion level from starvation. It's like 4 days. So, that's quite a while.
Yeah, I'm all right for now.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I think I'm good with that. Then you said I still have the suit that Strahd made for me. I can wear that for the maid cafe. And the election thing. Vote Borkle.
Was anyone else going with him to the blacksmiths?
Yes.
I was gonna say yes, but I could have probably got him a better price. So
it's all right. I already tried haggling, and I rolled badly. That was.
Yeah,
You're dealing with a celebrity here.
It depends where Nux is going.
Well, I'm heading over to get clothing, so if you want to stop by the blacksmith, I could take you there first if you want. I don't think you have any gold, though.
Well, I'm not supposed to be alone with Borkle.
Oh,
that is true.
Thank you.
Why would a child have to have gold? Isn't their caretaker supposed to buy their stuff for them?
True, but I'm already thinking that if Rose is going to be involved in this as well, as dickheadish as it is to be, might ask if we do get stuff to go half-seas on stuff. That would require some gold from her too, depending on the price.
Well,
Rose only has 5 gold.
What?
Yeah.
Rose only has 5 gold.
Half of whatever Borkle owns.
Ah, shit. Shit. I've got 31 gold.
Yeah, Rose owns half of whatever Borkle owns.
No, she doesn't. We're not really married.
Yeah, no, Borkle just sold the crossbow that Rose thought of as hers. Horizon. A messy divorce.
See, they've given up on the marriage, and it's not even been a week. What's this? Las Vegas.
No. If it was a divorce, not a marriage.
Do not give them ideas. We do not need them to turn Barovia into Vegas.
If it was divorce and not marriage, she'd own 75% of whatever Borkle owned.
Yeah, I was also going to go there just to sell the rapier I'm not using. Unless they happen to have
as I said,
any
anyone who wants to go to the blacksmith, speak now or forever hold your peace.
Yes, I'm going to have a look at what axes they have.
Axes.
I'll go also, but just kind of perusing, I suppose.
They have a few axe heads. I'd say the only one that's in decent condition. Actually, no, it's not that.
I know what one I want you to say, just because I use it in every fucking game.
Why? What axe are you thinking of?
I was gonna. I always put in my games a battle axe called Hugh.
Yeah, this is the game that it's from. It's in a tree at the moment, remember?
Oh no, I actually thought it was from Fandelver. Actually, that's my
No,
bad.
this is the first game that was from.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yeah.
Also, it exists
then I'll
here, but
shut
it's
up.
in a tree.
Yeah.
So you can find it later
Yes.
if we ever get back to the plot.
So keep looking in them trees. You might find an axe.
I was just gonna get some more hand axes, actually.
So I knew he was going to say it before he said it. I was like, oh, God.
Oh, that's weird. Feels. Okay, so
Yes. Can I just pick
axes.
two reasonable hand axes up?
So I'm just having fun with the filters.
Well, she's a little person, right? So they'd be, hand hatchets.
See, I'm not finding any axes on my list.
There might not be very many magic hand axes.
Oh, I know why. Because it's because a lot of them are under weapon of.
Yeah.
Yeah, hand axe +1. Yeah, weapon of warning. Yeah, that's where I was going wrong. Yeah, sorry about that. It's the same sort of thing. There's a couple of hand axes, but they need the handles replacing. So it's just basically axe heads. There's like a bucket of them. Hand axe +1's heads.
And they don't sell the handles here.
No, well, he doesn't make them.
Ah, all right.
Does anyone have woodworking?
No, because I was going to suggest if they did, I was going to ask if I could use mending to kind of put them together.
It's a pretty simple task to do. I mean, it's literally just whittling down some wood into the shape of a handle and then hammering it together. You
then
have a
tossing
party
away
member
the
who could easily do that within their skills.
Oh yeah. I'll pick up a couple of the. I'll pick up a couple of the axe heads.
Once you've replaced, as I said, once you've replaced the wood, there'll be just standard hand axe plus ones.
Okay.
As I said, they
Planning to
do
pay.
need to be repaired first.
And I'll just dump a crossbow on the counter as well. That I found at the other guy's house and be like,
Trade?
trade?
A couple of those for a couple of axe heads. Well, that for a couple of axe
Well, a
heads.
light crossbow for a couple of axe heads.
Yeah, sure.
Well, a hand axe is, yeah, to be fair, the crossbow's worth 25 gold. I'm not good with money.
Exactly. So if anything, they're ripping you off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Honestly,
I was
we're-
actually
Well,
gonna
you're
butt in
trading
right
basically
there.
broken weapons for weapons that are. He could sell that crossbow on. Those hand
Yeah, he
axes are no use.
No use until a bit
Well-
of whittling being done, and then
Well,
it'll
to
be
him.
fine.
As I said, he spends all of his
And
time
as
shoeing
I'm not-
horses and making nails
As
and
Borkel's
stuff. He
Borkel's
is not a
still here,
woodworker.
Yeah.
As Borkel's still here and I'm not alone, I'm just going to hand him 20 bolts.
Aw.
So, did they already complete the trade?
Yeah.
Because I was just say, because I wanted to butt in right there real quick.
Yeah, sure, go for it.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I'll step up to the counter and you not honest with little one. You should give better price. And I will use persuasion. The first time it's persuasion. The next time it'll be something.
Next time it will be fire.
Oh, we're gonna go. Oh, geez, a 9.
You only got one better than Borkel.
I'll,
No, it's a buyer's market.
Okay.
Sorry, buddy.
I tell you
As I
again.
said, I don't sell.
and this
I
time I'm
don't
gonna
sell
use-
weapons. I'm just a simple country blacksmith.
Sorry, Jumanji, is it
That way
Elif
you
or
not know
Elif?
value. You not understand value very well. You should give better value. And this time I want to use intimidation.
No, for God's sake.
Sorry, Jumanji, I'm a
And
bit
that
muddy
one
on the
is,
pronunciation.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Oh,
Fine,
one.
Fine. All right, Miss. Oh, I can't believe you're arguing with this. Fine, Mr. Fancy freaking Hat. He
me
chucks
like
in a
hat
couple
too.
of.
It's
He
very
chucks.
nice.
He chucks a couple of more axe heads in.
Ah.
Yeah, you can take a couple of more, kid.
Ah.
Thank you.
So you got
should,
4.
You should come to cook off tomorrow.
Food.
We doing cook off.
Use.
Oh.
big goose Hydra.
Oh. Oh, that sounds nice.
Very yummy.
Oh. Thank you. Very kind of you.
Sorry,
I'm
Jumanji.
gonna go up to Nux and be like, "Are we telling people about Borkel Mare?"
No, we're not telling anyone about Borkel Mare yet.
Not just yet.
Not just yet. We've got, but first we've got to make an impression on people. So the cook-off is going to show people what a good man he is. We hope.
Barring
But he
incidents.
shouldn't be alone with kids.
Okay, that was a misunderstanding.
Okay. Borky will be fine.
Jumanji sounding more and more like a politician every day there.
Every
Borkel.
day.
That was
He's already got a sketchy background. He's already got a sketchy background and a drug addiction. What else does he need?
And he's sleeping
Apart from the
with a
blonde twig.
hooker.
No lies detected.
In a fake marriage.
Yeah. Honestly, he's the perfect politician. All we just need to do now is get him fat.
So sorry. Firstly, Jemima, I'm a bit muddy on the pronunciation. Is it Elif or Elith?
Edith.
Elith. Edith. Is
Edith.
Edith.
Elith. So sorry. So did you say you just handed me like 20 crossbow bolts? Or is that still happening?
Yeah. I scavenged them at the guy's house last week, and I was like, I don't need a crossbow.
Okay, I am okay for crossbow bolts then, and I'll
Because the feat I've decided to take and the hand axes kind of sort me out for ranged.
I'll take them and go, oh, thank you, Elith. I could use these.
That is the intention.
Well, is there anyone else who wants to buy anything from the blacksmith?
I don't think there's anything I can use because as a monk, that kind of goes against everything I need. I do.
Yeah, I don't think a sorcerer is going to find anything either, right? Not there.
You're just there to scare people.
Yeah. I have a rapier that I've been holding on to and not using for a while, so I'm going to sell that. Go up looking like, God, I must look absolutely bizarre because of my makeshift clothing and just everything. You're just sort of like, what can I get for this? Puts down relatively nice looking rapier.
Takes a look at it. In good condition.
Give you a groat.
Jumanji, as long as the groat's in a mouldy potato.
We shall see.
Will you take 20 for it?
I nod. Yes.
I was going to say, I'm going to look pointedly at him and cross my arms.
Fine. 25?
Yeah, nod. Yes. So that's good. Are we actually going with them having sort of hidden blade style weapons, or have we decided to skip over that?
He's just got daggers.
Daggers. Then there's nothing I want to buy from here. I have silver daggers. They're shiny.
Well, he does have a couple of daggers plus one.
Actually, yeah, it might be worth grabbing one of those.
Because they are better than your silver daggers.
Yeah. Point to that. Instead of 5 extra gold, one of those. Same price as you give to that one. Point at Orkle.
He looks over at Obby. Okay. Yeah. Same as that other dagger, though. They need sharpening. They're just former adventurers who fell. I sell off what I can, usually to repair the damage.
This place sound like Goblin's shop. I find, I see adventurer, they no need.
Yeah.
Sound like someone have pitfall trap.
Yeah.
No, it's people that have come here, some to work for our Lord, others who have opposed him.
Well,
and
in that case, you should make pitfall trap. They're very effective.
They've met different ends, we I sell what I can and add it to my my tithe.
Where we're from, they're called Gobbo welcome mats.
Especially at the moment. He starts to rub his arm. He seems in pain.
What's wrong with your arm?
At the moment, you say?
Oh, I haven't been selling much adventurer's gear recently, and I was told I needed to get a move on. And reminded of my obligations.
Is his arm injured?
He's recovering from an injury.
Told to get him.
Can I cast Cure Wounds on his arm? I'm just going to touch his arm and just cast Cure Wounds.
Yeah, that would fix it completely. It was just naturally healing, so it was taking a few days. Oh, thanks for that.
Can I ask who told you to get a move on?
Big creature. Sort of dog face. Sort of. I think his name's Drogba. I don't really want to say. Yeah.
All right, fair enough. Fair enough.
He works for the Lord and just collects debts.
Ah, I see.
He hasn't been
Bobby
to
has
town for a long
suggestion.
while. I don't know why he's actually able to get into town at the minute. He shouldn't be able to. Usually he gets other people to come in and deal with people, but recently he's been able to just walk straight in.
That is a mystery.
Well, given that he's a 10-foot monster, you'd think that the town's defences and spells and stuff would keep him out, but apparently not. I mean, at this rate, we'll have a full-on
Bobby say, what if we
attack
shake
at this
down?
rate. But at least it was just him.
I see.
Yeah, we do what the Lord says, because otherwise he just would choke us to death here. He can't normally come in. His town's defended.
Sorry, Jumanji. When he says that the Lord, is he talking about Strahd or the Burgermeister, or I'm a little.
Well, the way
We
he
need
said,
to
the
ask
way
him.
he awkwardly said it would imply it was Strahd.
Yeah,
he
he
sort of-
was
he
avoiding. I
sort
did
of-
note that
he
he was
s-
avoiding the
sort of-
name.
He sort of said it in a sort of like he was thinking of the word, like he was gonna say Strahd, and then he sort of stopped himself and went, Lord
Well,
of this land.
I tell you what, there is a chance I may be able to speak with the Lord at some point in the not too distant future, and if that happens, I can put in a word with him on your behalf if you like.
Well, he doesn't charge us that much, but as I said, usually he isn't able to enter the town. We sort of have a bit of a, a peace. But recently he's been able to enter the town whenever he wants, which is very strange. Other things have been able to get in as well. I suppose that's probably because people are losing their faith. The Burgermeister's not helping.
Yes, we're getting that impression.
Well, having festivals over and over, I mean, it keeps morale up a little bit, but I mean,
Yeah.
when you're having monster
You need-
attacks inside the city itself, which
It
is
sounds like you
supposed
need
to be
someone who can do
defended,
something.
and you got the preachers and stuff saying, "Oh, the monsters can't get in because of the bones of blah blah blah," and it's like, well, it doesn't seem to be working at the minute, mate. I got the
Bones?
bruises to prove it.
Wait a minute. Bones?
Still nodding.
Well, don't you know? Where the hell are you little shits from?
The Free City of Gobbo. And that is another one on the bingo card.
Back in Gobbo, we'd never abandon the populace like that.
Well,
Hold on. Abby hear you say little shits. Abby could have you stuck in Middletown and whipped.
Oh my god.
I mean, let him have that one.
He's
I mean, you
not
just
the
don't seem
elf.
to know what you're talking about. I mean, no disrespect. You just don't seem to know what the heck you're on about here.
We are indeed not from around here.
I mean, I don't even know
Clearly.
what you guys are, or what you little
We're
people
gob-
are.
Oh, we are goblins.
Goblins?
Abby,
What's a
sorcerer.
goblin?
Greatest sorcerer in world.
Well, given Barovia's quite small, that's not really a huge boast.
I'm Borkle Migglewig, shall we say diplomat for the Free City of Gobbo. Well, we all are to a point.
Just different
Diplomats.
It's,
Right. You don't seem like diplomats.
Not.
You, d-
Yeah,
you
Abby
seem
not.
like the sort
Abby
of
represent
adventurers I've
himself.
had through here about 100 times already.
One
Asking for
does need
weapons
to be
and stuff.
prepared. One does need to be prepared when travelling to strange places. But
Well, yeah,
we
that's
do
a
hope-
point.
we do hope to see you at our cookout tomorrow. We managed to slay a goose hydra, and we're cooking it up for everyone.
Well, yeah,
I know it's
heard,
not
and
exactly.
that will be a massive boon to our little town if you have, because we really there's only so
Festival-
much time you can spend having the sort of gruel and stuff that we serve around here.
Festivals are one
it's a
thing, but if you don't-
miserable life.
Festivals are one thing, but if you don't mind my saying so, it looks like what your people could really use is food right now.
Well, yeah. And constantly people turning up and upsetting the Lord doesn't help. What people don't seem to realise is when these people turn up, when they upset him, he turns on us afterwards
I see.
for helping them. You come along here and all, we're adventurers, and we're all, we'll go slay the monster. Yeah. He sends his brides
Ego.
down here after you're dead.
Ugh.
And they kick the shit out of us for days. Yeah, we were able to hold them off with our defences, but just recently, after the last adventurers, they can just come and go whenever they want. They say to us, vampires never eat more than their fill.
Well,
When
we
they're
have no
angry, they
intention.
Especially that little one of his brides.
Well, we have no intention of antagonizing your lord.
Well, just be careful.
We certainly will, sir.
And at least don't go name dropping me in front of him. Last thing I want is him coming back if you do piss him off.
My lips are sealed.
You lucky if Abby say name. Abby celebrity.
Of course you are. Well, was there anything else you wanted? I gotta go and have a rest and sit down and have something to eat.
Well, I suppose suppose we're done. I'll have to. Would you direct us to any shops that sell clothing of any kind? I need to make a few purchases.
Haberdashery just down the street. Can't miss it. It's got loads of mannequins in the window.
Thank you very much, sir. Have a wonderful day. I'm just gonna pick up my little wolf child and tell her, "Don't worry. I'll whittle down something to make little axes for you."
I'm just going to walk on out of there and head back to base, as it were.
I'm gonna head off to the haberdashery to pick up some stuff too, so Clee can make something.
Okay,
I'm
next
going
stop,
to
haberdashery. It's,
I'm just looking
it's a
at
lovely
what
little
could be.
place. Full of all sorts of bright fabrics and woolly clothes and a large, cheerful-looking fat fellow is sat behind a table at the far end of the shop. He's busy hand sewing an item.
I see. Okay. So the stuff's all on display.
And there's various fashionable items and things on display. Fine clothes and some common clothes. But the common clothes is just kind of shoved in a box. Well, very sort of boxes and things. Keep the good stuff at the front, the bad stuff is a bit further back.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to try and get his attention there. Good day there, shopkeeper.
Oh, hello.
Yes, I'm looking for some materials. I need to make some clothing, as it were, and I was wondering if you might have some things that could help me in that part.
Oh, I'm sure we have something you require. What sort of thing would you like?
Let's see, and I'm looking at Clee. I'm holding Elif and just like, let's see. Rose is
you
about
looking
the
for
same.
items for her?
Well, she is one of such. You see, we're holding a little, let's just say, a little cook-off tomorrow, and we'll be serving goose hide to the rest of this town or something. And as you can tell by my attire, I'm sure a gentleman of your persuasion might notice that what I'm wearing isn't exactly appropriate for such a thing.
Oh no,
so,
certainly not.
But I'll be serving people, so I was thinking, and call me a little bit ridiculous for this, but I was thinking, you're familiar with maid outfits, are you not? Just a little something to.
Well, I know the sort of maid outfits the burgomaster likes. Are you after something like that? As your young lady here definitely seems to be a bit too young for that sort of thing.
Well, I was thinking
there was that lord from. Oh, yes, he did like them young, but nothing said about that. The better. Best not to upset.
Well, actually, in regards to the young one, I was thinking something with a bit longer of a skirt and some sleeves maybe.
He comes over with he's wearing a tape measure around his neck. He puts his sewing down and he comes over and goes, yes, I mean, who dressed you? You look like an absolute ragamuffin. Oh, dear.
Oh, sorry, she's only been alive for like a day.
A day?
It's complicated.
You
I'm sure you,
baby. You grow up this fast? What? I mean, I don't even know what you are, but still, wow.
Edith will be bigger
How
tomorrow.
old are you? A week?
Oh
no, she's looking at you. He's looking at you when he says that. Like, how old are you? A week old? 2 weeks?
You're just going to lean in and go. She's going. Oh no, the young one is. Let's just say she's a very special exception. Myself, I'm 18.
I'm special.
Oh, that's all
certainly
right.
are.
Well, are you going to continue to
Yes.
grow in this sort of shape? Well, actually,
Well, she might. Well, the
I
thing,
don't know if you've reached that special age yet. You might fill out
well,
in the
the
top.
thing is, it's a bit. Well, it's probably best to. Well, she's grown quite a bit over the past. Let's just say day or so
what?
from what sort
Well,
of. Might be best
there's
to
only one thing I
accommodate.
need to ask, really. Like, in terms of things, was her mother well endowed? Shall we say?
I'm thinking of. I'm
Yes,
thinking of. I'm
yeah,
thinking
she
of.
was
You know,
like
I mean,
50.
am I going to have to make the top larger in case tomorrow, we don't want her dressed inappropriately if she turns out to be rather more short stacked.
Mama had big teeth.
I suppose her mother was very big in that regard. I suppose, but it's best
Well,
to
be
prepare.
careful with that one, little one. You don't want to get a backache.
Well, worst comes to worst, I can make a few adjustments here and there, but
Well, of course,
well,
of course.
but of course, it's hard to it's hard to match the skills of a master, but like yourself. But
Well,
I'll try my best.
thank you,
I'm just gonna
so
give it a little
sweet.
smile.
You should
Yeah.
come
Bobby
tomorrow.
kind of want to set Fat Pervert Man on fire.
Well, you're not with us right now, so you don't get to think that because it's just as far as I know. I should note that
Oh,
I
I
need.
thought we were traveling as a group, so that's why
Yeah.
I
I mean,
was just like,
wait,
Huh?
who's with me watching me do all this?
Well, I was going to say
I
he isn't
think
a
I already
pervert.
went back to base.
I was
Okay,
going to say
she
he's
went.
definitely not the pervert unless he's perving on Obby.
So Borkel's gone back to base. So Obby's just followed. So it's just me, Obby, and Edith. Then
You're
Yeah, I
sort of
was-
I
talking
tend
to
to keep an
fat,
eye out for Elif
fat
anyway.
Polish Mr. Humphreys.
Exactly. Oh God, yes, I was thinking, are you being served?
Yes. I didn't want to be quite so on the
Yeah.
nose.
Yes, well. So I should probably point out that I'll need three. Obviously need three dresses, but the other one is for my sister. She says I'm saying this with a groan in my voice, and she's kind of the same shape. She's around the same shape as I am, just a little
Okay,
bit
so what
bigger
you
on
need,
the thigh.
so what you
Just a
need
little
is
bit
sort of a
bigger on the-
child-sized dress with a sort of adult top, so that you have a sort of looser material for the chest area, and yeah, that would work.
And for myself, maybe something not as long on the skirt, but yeah,
Well, of
I
course,
just want
of course.
modesty, and I might be asking much.
Well, you could
but
always adjust
actually,
it. You can always take it up a little bit. That's up to you.
I suppose so. Maybe make it a little bit south, just a little south of the knees, shall we say?
Well, of course, that's up to you.
Of course. Ah, wonderful, wonderful. So, how much would this cost in all, sir, good sir?
Oh, well, we're talking sort of extra smalls, so 3 outfits. 22 gold.
That's
Well,
very.
as you've been such lovely people and you're going to make adjustments yourself and things, I would round it down to 20 for you. As I
You
said,
know
you've
what?
been lovely customers.
You know what? Well, sir, normally I haggle, but you know what?
Free
That's
food?
What? Oh,
Would you like free food and service?
Well, what say we round it down to 15, and I can make sure you get a nice piece of the goose tomorrow.
Oh, not something too greasy. I mean, I'm trying to
sir,
shrink my
sir,
waistline.
Sir, absolutely not.
Got to be ready for the
I'll tell
warmer
you what.
seasons if they ever come.
I'll tell you what, sir. You tell me exactly how you like your goose, and I will make it my number one priority when I get back to make sure that piece is reserved for you.
Oh, thank you very much.
All you'll need to do
I'll
is
make
tell
it
them
15 then.
And please, when you get there, please tell them that Nux sent you, and I'll make sure that if I'm not there, that they get preserve that 1 bit for you. Wonderful. Okay, let's see. So remove 15.
Would you like the material sent straight to your
Oh.
wherever you're staying?
Oh yes, please, if that's okay.
Yes, we can
If
do
that
that.
would be too much
I can
trouble.
send someone with them.
Wonderful.
How many are there in your party?
Well, let's see. There's myself, the little
This
one.
many. I'm just going to hold up my hands with the number of fingers of how many we are.
Wait, can she count?
This many middle finger. No.
Let's see. 1, 2. Let's see. Myself, Edith. We've got Borkle, Rose, Clee, Obby.
There's seven of us. I'm going to hold up 7 fingers.
There's 7 of us. Making sure I haven't forgotten.
All
It's
the
a
same sort of
7 of us.
size?
Well, yes, but we'll only need the 3 outfits, of course.
Just curious. Just
Yes.
curious. I just
Obby never
Well-
dressed like maid again. Only once.
I'll be dressed like a maid.
Never again.
Well, it's been delightful meeting you.
Yeah, okay, I'm trying to remove 15 from my thing and it's not letting me.
You might not have 15.
No,
You might
I
be
have.
adding
I
it
have.
and-
Right. Because I have. Well, it says I have 14 gold and 170 silver.
That's why.
My bad. Okay.
Silver and the 14
So-
gold.
Let's see.
So you just remove the
Right, so
14
Yeah, the
and
money
the
thing on
100.
there is miserable.
Right. So 14 gold. How much silver should I remove?
10
Didn't
silver.
it 10?
10 silver, yeah.
Sorry. 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 Obby talked over you. What?
10 silver.
10 silver. Okay. Remove. There we go. Okay.
There's an easy way. There's easy way to remember it. It's like pound coins. Well,
All right.
coppers,
Then, okay.
silvers.
All right.
In English coins, it works out perfectly because it's like
All right then.
think of it as 1p, 10p, and a pound.
All right then.
It's remarkably helpful for Obby, our American.
Well, no,
I just equate it to dollars anyway. Because
don't get
it's,
me started
a
on
dollar,
Don't get me started on
Yeah.
Americans.
a
and-
dime, and a penny.
Yeah. The biggest problem
All
I
right,
had
then.
with American coins was 25 cents. 25-cent coins.
Well, that's a quarter.
Yeah, quarters.
It's exactly what it says it is.
The problem I had with them is they're exactly the same shape, size, and weight as a 5-penny piece.
Huh.
Yeah,
I've also
they're
been
almost
far-
identical, and I kept when I was paying for stuff, I would just look at it and think it was 5, not 25.
Giving out quarters for nickels.
Yeah. It's because they just look
Yeah.
so similar. It was like my mind just kept misplacing
Yeah.
muddling them up.
Why don't we have?
It's all right.
It makes sense to have.
I mean, I used to live close to the border of Canada, so we would get Canadian pennies all the time, which technically are worthless, but are not worthless, worth less. Sorry. And we used to just use them interchangeably. We was not paying attention to it.
Get on with
almost
it.
exactly
Yes,
identical
get
as
on with
well.
it.
Knew it.
One for the bingo card.
Do you have the bingo card, Ollie?
I don't.
Who would be Jesus Christ, I'll send it to you.
I'll put it up in the chat.
What did I do that was bingo card worthy?
No. I put the bingo card thing, because one of the things is get on with it.
That's like an emote.
I actually promised Obby I would put this up last week, and I forgot to.
That's right. Playing his
So it'll be in
characters
the chat
affected me
as
because
soon
I don't
as it
remember things
uploads.
like that.
So you can have a good laugh
Obby's
at that.
losing his. Obby's losing his memory to the fact he's playing.
Right. Okay, anyone else want anything from the haberdashery?
Not from the haberdashery.
No? Okay, apothecary shop next.
Remind me what being apothecary is, which potions and stuff.
Yeah, basically.
Okay.
Poisons.
As you
That's
as you
probably more up my
approach the
alley.
Sort of, it's another, as I said, another Barovian-esque store. This time with, as you approach the window, there are all sorts of skulls and weird fabric circles hanging from pieces of string with feathers on.
God, this
in
looks
the
like
window,
Rosie.
as well as tiny
like
little
Rosie.
statues of badly detailed elven women in suggestive poses.
Yeah, no, nobody loves to do that.
It's like
Some
Rosie's
bending
bedroom when
over,
she was
revealing their buttocks, and others in, as I said, very strange poses. They all have very large eyes and are very
God.
weirdly disproportionate.
One of
Also
these,
seem rather young.
one of these has an arse face, doesn't it?
Sorry?
Is it an
What are
otaku shop?
One of these has an ahego face, doesn't it?
Yes.
Oh God.
As you walk in, there's a particularly unpleasant smell, which is sort of ruminating. Like a strange smell that only Obby recognises from the circus. Sometimes the fortune teller and the clowns would smoke something that smelled like this.
Oh God. Is it what I think it is?
Like, this familiar. Smell like something I see all the time. Make people act stupid.
As soon as you walk in, there are two people in the shop. There is a dark-haired woman sort of sitting behind the till while sitting behind a desk at the back. She looks very just disinterested as you walk in. Doesn't really look up from her book. At which point, there is a very hyperactive man who comes rushing over. Hello to you. I'm not sure. Where are you from? He sort of waves from side to side, making strange hand gestures, waving his hands in front of his face slightly. I think I can tell. You're not local. You're from somewhere else, aren't you?
Abby think this very obvious, but yes.
So you were destined to come here then, and to meet me in my shop. And what was it I can do for you? As he waves his hands in front of his face in a mysterious way.
Sorry, I'm just imagining a guy going, you were destined to come here. I saw it in the bones. He like drops a bunch of fingers all over.
He has large, black, floofy hair, and is very, very thin, and has a very high collared shirt and very tight trousers.
Wait, so Tim Burton. The shop is owned by Tim Burton.
No.
I was thinking Rudy from the Mighty Boosh.
Wife and Dr. Familier.
So what was it that I can do for you in my mysterious world of goodies? A dream catcher, perhaps? Or something more interesting?
I'll be thinking looking for poisons and curses.
Ooh. Poisons and perhaps love potions? Something for the
I'll be
enemy
not
in your
need.
life? Or perhaps someone for the love in your life?
No. Hobby not need. Everyone love hobby.
Well, of course they do. I mean, your outfit is fantastic. I love it. You're a darling. I absolutely adore your outfit.
I am great as sorcerer, but anyway, I looking
Great
for
sorcerer. You. So that is why you sought me out. Because I'm the greatest sorcerer in this world.
Oh God!
Oh,
I think we've met.
Oh, hold on.
Met Nega Ollie.
What,
Oh my god, they're
What you s-
multiplying.
God.
I'm going outside.
what you mean this world? This
Yeah, I'm
world
going
not
outside.
part.
I'm not going in the
Nope.
shop. I'm leaving now, and I'm taking the wolf child with me.
I don't want any part of whatever this is.
Whatever's about to happen, you can find us when it's over.
Yeah, I'm leaving.
Want a front row seat to this? I'm staying in the shop.
I'm more willing to let
But-
Borkle near my child.
I'm not. I don't have any reason to fight anyone. You know, you clearly are from a different world to me, so therefore, we are not in conflict. Barovia is its own little world.
That may be so, but you're not the one I'm worried about. But tatty bye.
Well, your friends seem to have
Hobby
departed.
not
little one.
run into very many sorcerers. Yes,
Well, would you like anything?
they not always know what I'll be up to.
One of our lovely little statues, perhaps, to tantalize your dreams. Or one to
Hobby
protect
not
you from
need.
nightmares.
No, Hobby not need. Hobby need.
Some
You listen.
magical. Oh, you
Hobby
said
need you
poison.
listen.
Poison.
Yes, I looking for very fast poison.
Well, he does have.
You know, I want to use. Oh, sorry. I was just saying I wanted to use insight to see whether I think this guy is a sorcerer or of any value in that
Okay,
regard.
roll it.
Because he's. I got 15.
Yes, he's a complete charlatan.
Oh. Oh, he is Tim Burton then.
Abby, you know what? You stop. Abby not think you sorcerer. You show Abby trick.
Oh no, I
You,
can't do
you
that
not
in the store.
tarnish named sorcerer.
I can't do that in the store. You see, my store
You
exists
can't.
in a state of temporal grace. So no magics can be performed here. No. Not unless they are evil.
He great sorcerer.
Okay. She says no magic can be done here. I want to cast.
Oh, no, you don't. No, don't you start trying to cast your evil sorcery here.
What?
Oh Lord.
I'll show you
Local
evil
shop
if
for
need
local
be.
people will have no sorcery here.
I
What's
shall
going
call
on?
for the
What's all
guards.
this?
I want to
If
reestablish,
you
by the
do,
way.
I shall call,
on.
I shall scream, and call for the guards. If you
Oh,
conduct
no.
any
Real
magic here.
sorcerer not scream and call for help. Real sorcerer.
No, you
Get
leave
ready
my
for
shop.
battle.
You'll go. You get out.
God.
You get out of my shop.
I'm-
I do
I've
not
already
know. I do
gone.
not care how much gold you have. Go away. You are barred. Barred from my store. Go. 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 You give me a migraine. Go away. Now leave.
Bobby will get. I'll
No,
step
get out.
but I'll
Go
be
away.
like, Bobby
I
will
have
get
nothing for you.
Well, we could just say, well, let's add that to a bingo card. Obby gets kicked out of the Barabian equivalent of Dixon's.
No, it's more like every town centre has one of those like weird little goth shops that sells loads of fake shit.
You mean the ones that always have someone with dreadlocks and stuff, and they just and a wolf shirt. They've always got a fucking wolf shirt or some poncho
like a
on.
spirit wolf shirt. Yes. If you had bought any poisons from him, just a bit of a spoiler, it would have been like hair tonic. That was just not very nice and would have like given you indigestion. But yeah, it would have grown your hair. But it would have given you bad indigestion.
But then Obby would have massive beard.
Yeah, he would have. If he drunk it himself. If he gave it to an enemy, that's what would happen. It wouldn't have had like any effect on them. They'd have just shat themselves and started to grow a large beard.
So basically, it's useless against.
That's funny because the thing I was going to do before I got dragged out of the store was check his potions. Because I do have alchemist.
Yeah, he's complete charlatan. He literally knows nothing.
Yeah, but again, you knew for a fact the second that anyone says, I'm the greatest sorcerer of this, Obby is going to challenge that.
Yeah.
You can be around when Obby does this shit because we will be dragged into it. And what if, just theoretically, what if he decided, I show you a trick, fireball?
It was on my mind. I was trying
Blown
to
up
figure
the
out.
shop and possibly yourselves as well.
Because then 100% we'd know, well,
No,
there wouldn't be any.
you'd have probably blown his shop to pieces.
Exactly.
There is one thing. There is literally one thing he has a lot of in this shop.
Gun.
Alchemist
It's
fire.
explosive. Of course it is.
Oh,
As
I was
written,
gonna say,
that's
I
the
was
only
about
thing.
to ask if I could.
As written,
hold
that's the only
spell
thing
and
he
stuff.
has that's not fake or garbage. Is his alchemist fire.
I may need to come back later and steal loads of it.
It's like the only thing he's got of value is flammable.
Yes. No, because
In a shop full of weird trinkets and anime statues and stuff.
I mean, that's usually that's worth anything at least.
So
And fake
yeah, I guess I'll
skulls.
walk away from there to find everybody else, and I'll be very confused. Hobby think he confused too. Hobby should burn down place.
Obby has that horrible smell stuck to his clothes as well. That's not going to go away for a few
Just out
hours.
of curiosity, since I recognize it, what exactly is it?
Out of character, it's
Hobby
weed.
had kind of a. Okay, I was gonna say it's kind of where I was going with the make people act stupid.
Yep. He's
But-
just basically weed.
Of course.
But
Okay.
it's not like proper
So now
weed.
I
It's from
smell
like
like
a
skunky weed.
incense stick.
I was half expecting when he said he was going to use a trick, or like when Obby said show a trick, he was going to do that whole thumb thing.
Obby steal thumb.
Yeah, literally the whole. Look, I've attached my thumb, and now I've reattached it. See,
Obby steal your nose. Look, it's not Obby's nose, but it's green. Are you racist?
when Obby steals your nose, Obby actually steals your nose. He takes it
Yeah.
off your face and then runs off.
I do carry a dagger for such things.
Yeah, I can imagine Obby tries to do that. It's why Obby had to give up his not very successful career as a party magician. He kept cutting off kids' noses and keeping them. Obby stole their nose. Why do they want back? Obby cannot reattach.
somewhere out there is a necklace with just the cartilage from a load of kids' noses as the decoration.
Probably not keep noses. He just
Yeah,
throw them away.
Dark days. Dark days of Obby's past.
The dark days of
Yeah.
Bobby's
That
past,
he,
weeks before he
that he
met
doesn't remember. Yeah, weeks before we met him. That's funny.
No, we don't know. The darkest days of Bobby's past could be the day before, or last week, because he's died twice. Could be 20
Yeah.
years ago. Could be 2 weeks ago. We literally don't know, and nor does Obby.
Well, since we've dealt with that, and Obby has now been banned from a shop.
And is extremely confused in looking for the group.
I left. I thought I'd take her back home because we've got to wait for, I've got to wait for outfits to be delivered and work on that, and also got to make little axes for the little one.
Yeah, I want to go and try and get some rations, but that's then everything I want to do in town.
Hope you appreciate this little one. When I was a kid, the nuns would just make me get me little books and write little stories, or make me little wooden toys. I'm making you an axe.
Yeah. Pardon me.
Well-
I thought you were going to say when I was little, they just dressed me in a potato sack and said, "Deal with it."
No, that was Rose.
Yeah.
Rose got the potato sack because she had to. It's one of those you live in. If you were born from shame, you have to suffer for that shame, and you become a better. And they treat it as a whole. You become a better person for it.
So what they did was they put her in a potato sack entirely, head covered, and then beat her with sticks. Was it?
Well, no, they put her in a potato sack with a little nozzle on there, and just poured insects in there.
That would
Well,
explain
I'm
so
not
much.
sure what they decided on as their backstory, because I always thought that Rose's backstory was that she was one of the few people who, she was one of the few children of the Sloot Goblins who actually was from a loving family, so actually didn't get affected by the curse.
Well, no, she wouldn't have been affected by the curse because the children, in general, as far as you put it, were that the children wouldn't suffer. That only the elders of the ones that
I mean there was a, if you read through it, it's like they would have a stillborn every month, unless they actually found a loving person. And then it would take a part of their soul with them.
I just kind of assumed that Rose was one of the few Sloot children that didn't, get fed.
Yeah, that's
to
what I mean.
wargs.
It's she was one of the ones that was born of the curse, but not affected by the curse.
I thought like she still technically
actually had loving parents.
Well,
Who died? Who did die during the one of them. It was a different mother to yours.
Yeah, different mother.
Yeah.
Well, the thing, we hadn't really agreed on anything, but we'd made the suggestion that Rosie, the church, because of what she's from, there's been some dilution in general of how things are supposed to be. So Nux and Clee have probably been raised to look down on her at the very least because of where she's from.
Yeah,
even though technically
or you just look down on her more from.
Well, yeah, we look down on her more, but the thing is that goes against what Rhea wanted. It's kind of like the church has kind of taken its own little direction without Rhea, the goddess running it.
Yeah.
So it's kind of the whole. We look down on her, but because I thought
she wouldn't approve of that. It's kind of.
I thought it would just be a bit. I just thought it might be interesting for him if it's, all Rose actually wants is she just wants her siblings to, respect and love her.
Yeah.
and for
And
Nux,
not
it's
to
probably
think of
going to
her
be
as this like skank.
Yeah, exactly. I thought that would be the character growth thing. Is that Nux is obviously going to be the easier one to approach because Klee is, Klee.
Hmm.
But so it's just a bridge for her to build, which is we thought would make sense as to why she's so affectionate with Borkul, because it's probably the closest thing to affection she's going to get, even if it's not 100% reciprocated. He's not overly mean to her.
Well, if anything, it's actually better for her that he doesn't reciprocate it.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Because
But yeah, that's the thing.
that's why she's so obsessed with him. Because he's not reciprocating.
Yeah, but he's also not yelling at her. He's also not hitting her, and he's not insulting her.
Yeah.
And that's kind of a net positive for
I'm
her.
pretty sure I've insulted her a bit.
Not
Yeah,
yeah,
but
but you haven't called her.
jumped
You haven't called her a disgusting creature or vile, or that she offends your senses, like
And
stuff like that.
you haven't tried to just sleep with her, despite the fact she has tried to do that to you.
Yeah.
Which
Anyway,
is kind of a thing.
Anyway, we should get on with it.
Yes. Right, I believe that's all the shopping we were going to do, unless there was someone else who needed to buy some shopping.
I don't think I got her rations.
Yeah, it's just getting rations. It was
25 silver ration.
okay. So that's 2.5 gold per lot of rations.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So I was going to go to a magic shop, but at this point,
That's the only magic shop.
That's the only magic shop. It's fake.
Oh no, he does have a few actual magical items, but he's banned you, so. But he doesn't know why. He doesn't know how to use them. He doesn't know anything about them.
So what's going to happen is me and Borkul are going to break in tonight, or not, we'll see, and rob the place blind.
Set the place on fire.
That might also happen, but
hey, you'll win points in Avi's eyes if you set the place on fire.
yeah.
You never know when you might depend on me for something.
Yeah. Oh, I'm quite sure we could figure out like getting points on Obby's side. It would be useful. Like
Yeah,
I
make
still
it like
owe
the
him for the
Reichstag
pie
fire, just the blue banana fire.
Look, as it stands, Borkul's already Avi's favorite person in the group. So
it's a shame Seb isn't here. He'd have loved that joke.
Yeah.
Anybody that's willing to try to kill a puppy and fail at it is somebody Avi can appreciate.
And a weird time warp where they died to chickens.
They were abyssal chickens. That's a strangely harder fight than you
Abysmal.
would think.
Yeah.
Not all chickens are created equal.
Yes.
Some are literally from hell.
Yes. I didn't think they actually had other abilities, and then I was like reading it and like, oh, feck. That's the wrong ones. I just thought someone put abyssal as like flavor. Didn't realize they were actually a thing.
That fine Kentucky and that fine abyssal fried chicken.
No, like how people
what you need
name
was
shit.
abysmal.
Like they'll name things like over the top names. Yeah, like I didn't realize they were an actual thing. Like the greatest chicken in the world.
Yeah, what would chicken cooked in hellfire taste like, I wonder?
Probably unpleasant. Sulfur.
Yeah. Sulfur and a bit brimstone-y.
Yeah, it's gonna be
Practically cooks
minerally.
itself.
It's gonna be minerally. It's gonna be like KFC after it's been rolled in a like bin.
Or a quarry.
This still probably be the best tasting thing there. So
yeah, It's no Popeye's
I've
chicken.
I've probably had worse. I had fast food in Leicester.
That was a
You had
crapshoot,
what?
wasn't it?
Fast food in Leicester.
It's
Oh,
like
dear.
wherever you go, it's a 50-50 shot whether it's great or terrible.
And
Well,
near
yeah.
enough everywhere had 0 health rating.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
Like, I mean,
That
there's no
explains
middle
why I think
ground.
he's such a jester. Jester from Leicester. My least favourite snooker player.
Well,
Right, let's get on with it. Now you've got your shopping done. You return back to the safe house with your gains. You find the box. You find 3 boxes of fine clothing and 7
wonderful.
boxes of warm clothing, which have been thrown in as a bonus.
Oh, wow.
It's very basic warm clothing. It's just, as I said,
yes, but
it's
it's
just
warm
woolly common clothing.
Yes, but it's
Duffel
still
jackets sort of things. They sort of sized you up while they were there and just chucked it in.
Wonderful.
It has a note saying, just in case you decide to go adventuring.
Well, someone's getting a good piece of the goose. And they go, my friend, everybody. Almost did it. Almost gave you a bingo, but I didn't.
Why couldn't you have just done it if you were about to?
It just doesn't seem in character. Yeah. Well, because using that word's a bit iffy. Well, good news ish. Turns out we've got warm clothing for us all.
Oh,
Warm clothing?
Warm clothing. Remember that lovely man that's measured you out to give me that stuff for the dress?
Yes.
Well, it seems according to this note, it appears he's given us 7 sets of warm clothing just in case. What a lovely gentleman he is. So I'm just gonna distribute the warm clothing to everybody that I can.
I'm just confused by the warm. Isn't it what you're meant to do to keep warm is just go in a big pile and hope you're closer to the middle?
Well, that's one way of doing it, but
That's how I survive.
Well, it really
yeah, but this way
depends.
you
I
don't.
mean, you could think of it either way. I mean, it all depends on whether it's goes along with your point of view.
Well, I'm just saying that if it gets colder on our travels, and we can't huddle into a pile, this will mean that you still stay warm.
Okay.
I know. I'm Kolshanker. I'm not sure. I'm not going to pretend that I understand everything about you, how you've lived, but just consider this staying warm but easier.
And less risk of an OnlyFans problem.
Exactly. Well, looks like I've got some work to do then, and if Clea wants to help me, she may. Also, I might have a little task for my little wolfie. Well, my little wolf cub. I might need her to find some sticks.
I can find sticks.
Right, and I'm just going to hold the axe heads up and go, if you can find something that you're comfortable holding in your hand, and I'm going to make the axe swinging motion with her. If you can find something like that and bring me enough of those, I'll see about making you some axes.
I'll dart off into the woods to find stuff. And sticks.
Admittedly, wouldn't a pile of firewood provide something useful?
It depends
yeah,
on
you're
how
gonna
sturdy
need
the
firewood.
firewood is. What?
Well, you need firewood for the cook-off.
That is true.
Oh god, yeah, that's a fair point.
Yeah. So, I suppose a few of us will have to go foraging.
Could just use shop down road. Throw goose on top and light on fire.
No, we're trying to do this right.
We're trying not to burn down the town, but I like your spirit.
Okay. Well, who wants to go foraging?
Well, like I said, the next day is going to be the cook-off. So, as I said, is there anything else people need before the cook-off? Because everyone's
Well,
going to have
obviously
like
fire.
an early night and stuff, and
Well, firewood. Well, if we need to get firewood, it's probably best to do that now.
yeah.
So we're not foraging in the morning. So
What? Flea can check magical items, right?
Um,
And she has
Yeah.
identify.
Okay. So
well, it
I'm
depends on if
going
they've.
to just
You
on the
need to
side.
have the oh, what's it? Check magical item spell.
Isn't that identify?
Identify, yes, that's it. Sorry.
Clee
I
does
couldn't
have
remember
that.
the name of it. It's like, you need to identify it. What's it called? Check magical item spell.
Tell
So
spell. DM tells player what item does spell.
Yes.
so I'm going to give over, I guess, just on the side, give over the jewelry box and the locket, and or I guess you find what curse is on these. I need to know. Maybe useful. I don't know if
Who are
curses
you,
count as
giving those to?
same as other magical things. To Clee.
I think Clee had to step away for a moment.
No, Clee's been here the whole time. She's just fighting the flu, so she's very quiet.
Oh, sorry.
I heard something say they had to step away, and I thought it was you. Apologies.
No, it's all right.
Sip, buddy.
Well, we don't have to go through too much. I was just going to hand those things over to see about figuring out if you can figure out what curses are on them individually, so that I can see if they're useful to me, or if I'm just going to sell that stuff off, leave it in someone's pocket.
Yeah. In theory, you can get rid of any cursed magical item by just handing it off to the nearest baby.
But it's messed up.
Although frowned upon, that is not technically illegal.
Yeah. If anything, you're giving a gift. The fact that it's cursed is completely irrelevant. Unless you are the one that cursed it.
Nah, Avi likes useful things, so he's just going to see what use those curses may have in the future.
Okay. So, as I said,
I just thought of something that perhaps I would do, which is try and source for whetstone for sharpening blades and stuff.
Yeah.
you got me. I think my webcam is on the way out. Okay.
Yeah.
Right.
So I'd go through some of the shops to see if they have a whetstone, or if not, just literally
There really isn't
probably-
anyone who sells them. As I said, this town doesn't have the closest you have to a weaponsmith was the blacksmith, and he doesn't sell weapons. He doesn't make weapons.
Okay, then I'm gonna take I'm gonna take Edith and anyone else who wants to come with me to go forage for firewood for tomorrow.
Yeah, I'd be.
That's not really in my wheelhouse.
Well, no, but I might just need someone to help carry stuff back. Is all.
Yeah, which is again not really in Borkle or Ankle Shanker's
I have a
wheelhouse.
strength stat of -2.
Hmm.
No, sorry, of 7, which is a modifier of -2.
Okay. Well.
Strength stat of -2 is we're dead.
Hmm. I suppose.
You're made out of jelly.
Yeah.
Too bad we don't have a cart or something to bring stuff back. Oh well.
There's the one that we dumped the goose hydra on originally.
Yeah, but the problem is that might be too big.
Or
And
we burn the cart.
Better over-engineer than under.
I suppose, but I don't really know how to handle a horse.
Yeah.
It's a real shame I ran off into the woods looking for sticks.
Well, then I guess I'm following you.
Well, you can call me back.
So you've run off into the woods to find sticks.
Well, I started to, but if I was hearing this conversation, I might turn around and go, I can deal with horse. Edith's strong. As I have a +3 strength.
Your good buddy and his lady friend have just returned.
Ah.
Hello, my friends.
Hello there.
Bingo. Quite.
How are you doing? You seem
very well, actually.
Oh, what is that smell? Oh, my friend, Obby, you need to have a wash, my friend. Oh dear, you are smelling very, very badly.
Yes, this scent of bad sorcerer.
There is a washroom by the stairs, my friend. I suggest you have a wash tonight.
This is not Obby's smell. This is in Obby's clothes.
You have someone who knows. There is a spell that would get rid of the smell. What is it called? Prestidigitation would get rid of that smell. This smell of
it's very earthy.
Yes, it is unpleasant.
I think our uncle wore that cologne.
Smells
yes,
like you've
big liar
been
in town
in
gave
some
it to
kind
me.
of twat shop.
What they call
Smelling
apothecary
stinky candles or something. Are you all set for your cooking task tomorrow?
Well, I just need to get firewood to help, make a fire a bit good enough to cook this thing. So I hate to ask this of you, but may we borrow your cart just to bring back enough wood?
Well, of course. If you require any additional wood tomorrow, my staff can always do that. So you can focus on the cooking. So
wonderful.
Clee can focus on cooking this through properly. It might make her very busy.
I'm wondering why you're getting firewood. I'm flamethrowering it.
Well, won't you need additional wood to keep everything like the rest of the bird hot while you're You could only
Yeah, so
really
you shouldn't
flame
need
it
a
in
lot, though.
certain places, won't you? So you'd need like heat to keep it to cook it evenly. To help cook it evenly. I think what he's basically implying is like your flamethrower will do the job, but probably would need you'd probably need some like normal firewood just to keep it going for long enough while you're going through it, burning it.
Jumanji, the people may not necessarily trust something that's been cooked with no obvious long-term fire underneath it. Even if it's not actually fully cooking the bird or even barely cooking it, it helps with the image.
Yeah.
Well, actually, I think it would actually help cook it evenly as well, because you need to cook it for 19 hours. It's gonna be cooking for like most of a day.
Not only that, we're going to need time. I need to go out to get some wood so that I can make those axes for.
So that's going to be a lot of because your turrets last for a minute or an hour or something.
Hour, yeah.
So even
Yeah,
after a couple of
so-
hours, you're going to run out of spell slots and then need to take a rest. And
so
the tinder and stuff would keep it hot during those rest periods while you're sort of so it just keeps the process going. Wouldn't want it getting cold during the times when you've got to have a rest, like a short rest. Because it is going to be, because you're going to be cooking it during the night as well. A lot of it.
Yeah.
But I'm not going to make you like go out and roll for like gathering wood. As I said, I wanted to like speed through this part of the day so you could get to the.
Because I was going to roll survival to see how much we got.
You'll get plenty, and as I said, the guy's literally offering to send his driver out to get more wood during the day if you need it.
I also want to get some wood that's sturdy enough that I can make at least maybe find
some
something
branches. What you want is some branches that are sort of arm thickness.
Well, I'm thinking that even if there are,
because you want to be able to basically whittle them down to the right size. So you want them sort of the width of the thickness of someone's arm.
Yeah, because I was thinking during my downtime, because I'm going to be able to have to make those outfits work. Yeah. But also, I was thinking I could whittle it down to make the axe heads and use my mending cantrip to just make a few. So
yeah, that's all right.
Going to use my mending. So yeah, that's what I plan to do in my downtime. Okay then. So I guess we go out and get some sticks.
Yeah, and then you'll be coming back. And it's going to be approaching the time when you'll need to take your long rest to be awake during the night.
Okay, so will I have enough time to? Will I have enough time the next day to do all my mending stuff and fix everything the next day, or will I have to do it now?
No, you can do it during the night because basically you're going to be. It's going to take. I think we said it was 20 hours or something like that to cook the whole bird through.
Mm-hmm.
So
I think we worked 18 hours last week.
Yeah, I think it was actually less because it was less than Razor Eye. 16 hours. So to make it so that people could eat it in the afternoon, like early evening, you'd have to start cooking it about 2-3 o'clock in the morning.
Okay. Plus, me and Clea are going to have to be up to cast guidance to help our friends.
Which you will be, because you'll just be taking into your. How I understood from how you described it before is you'll be sort of. It'll be a series of couple of like cooking it, short rest, cooking it some more, short rest, cooking it some more, staggered through the day. until you get to about 6 o'clock in the evening,
Yep.
which will be when it's fully cooked through and you'll be able to start dishing up. So during that time, you just schedule it so that you're awake during the time when Borka would want to eat in the morning, so about 8-9 o'clock ish. So yeah.
And of course, Angelshanker has a Burgermeister to kill.
Yes.
That is during the cook-off.
That's during the cook-off. Insert dramatic music here. While we're busy doing listen service.
Quick question. If you know DM, how many times have they mentioned killing the Burgermeister in front of me?
Nearly every time we've mentioned it.
No, he was
Right.
outside for a lot of them, and he's not here now.
Yeah, so
That's true.
I don't actually think we mentioned it in front of her.
Yeah. She's not really been around because she's been out.
A lot of the time you have been either outside, like yesterday when they were discussing it mostly, you were outside playing in the dirt.
Yeah, I was making that dirt sculpture and collecting my gear.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, a lot of it, you won't know about that.
Okay, that's probably.
yeah.
If anything,
Well,
your friend knows about it more than she does, because he heard about it several times.
Yeah, how does he feel about that, by the
Vasily.
way? Yeah, how does he feel about the whole thing?
You haven't asked him.
Well, he's been there and heard it, so I assume he's had a reaction to the whole thing.
Not really.
It's like, oh, well, that sucks.
Hey, I'm a businessman, and sometimes in business you have to make the hard choice. And out of the Burgermeister, who is a douchebag, well, no, I need to think of a Barovian insult.
Rapscallion. Lecherous
He is
old
he is a filthy blackguard who spends his time in abject luxury, lusting after underage maids. Well, no,
Okay,
just lusting after pauper maids. He spends his time in abject luxury while the citizens starve and are fed upon by monsters.
Listen,
no.
I will. Not my place to mention this, sir, but the deal with Gobbo alone has done more for this place. And while I understand, the impression I'm getting from the people in the stores is that they're not exactly happy with this whole. Oh, we throw the parties and everything, but it's not actually helping.
Oh, I need to double check that actually.
Oh? Check what?
How long it is until the delivery? Oh, your first food caravan's arriving tomorrow as well.
Oh, what?
You don't know that though.
So...
You don't know that. I just rolled it.
Oh, that is perfect.
I've been counting the days. I know how many days it's been.
Yeah, but the fun thing about
No,
that
I
is
had to re-roll it because I didn't have the thing.
No,
I was like,
I know, but I knew
the
you
message
said it was
went
gonna
out,
be
the
like
message
2 or
came
3
back,
days.
and like how long? And I was like, I'll roll to see how many days it is until the first caravan arrives.
But we are very much going to be having a Mrs. Lovett moment of bless my eyes. Dun, dun, dun.
Fresh supply.
Yeah. That's I had a thought of something that would actually make sense for Uncle Shanker to do this evening. That's some observation of the Burgermeister's house at night. See, if he has taken the pies and if he's going to be asleep all night.
Yes, time it all.
See, my friends, you have been the best influence on this town. All you need to do now is, I would say, if you don't want to, just to give you a bit of knowledge, shall we say, about the about how this town is worked. If you decide to stand against the Burgermeister in some form of election, you could call for an emergency election. You know, you could, if you had more than a certain amount of public support, and you already have the support of a leading citizen in myself. If you had
So what you're
a little bit more influence in the town with some influential people, you could get him recalled, sort of a vote of no confidence, and force an emergency election.
Would you happen to be able to direct us to some influential people? Because
Well,
if I'm being honest, if what you're
excuse
telling
me.
us is
Pretty much everyone of note will be. I've been walking the streets with Arena here, and we have been advertising your meeting, your food thing tomorrow. Your goose cook-off, and so you will have various influential people coming to it.
I'm going to speak in Goblin to the others and go, maybe the assassination doesn't need to happen. From the sound of things, we might already be winning here.
It's
I
less,
mean,
So no shanking?
less fun than I imagined, but I could smooze with the higher ups, I suppose.
I'm just going to say, all I'm saying is, from the sound of things, us making that deal has done more in one day than, well, this man's done in however long he's been in power. So this goose cook-off could be, what's that word that they said? Great public image. And if we say, and since it's a free cookout, like this bird is for free. It might not just get the people, the influential people. It'll get the citizens on our side as well.
You can't buy goodwill like that.
Exactly. Not only that, once they learn of how the trade deal is working, these people are starving, living on gruel, and from the sound of things, and well, little bits of joy here and there. We might not need to shank anything.
But do we still want to, though? No, you're right.
Well, how about this? How about this? We let this play out, see how it goes. We play the long game.
Yes, I know something about the long game. Yeah,
Well, you are a thief.
I agree.
Well, as a member of the Thieves Guild, surely you're familiar with the scoping out a place and learning all you need to before you break in. You don't just jump through a window like a bull.
Naturally.
So think of it like this. Only we are stealing an entire town, shall we say, through the act of goodwill.
I am the greatest thief in the world.
Oh God, it's spreading.
And what better boon is there for a thief than one who can steal without having to use his famous tools?
I'll be back in a moment. Sorry.
And
There are many different types of thievery, and only one or two are done with the hands.
So, we are all agreed on just using the cook-off then?
I suppose.
For now, if it doesn't do as well,
We can all.
Sorry, before I vanish for a couple of minutes, I will still have a scout out the Burgermeisters tonight, just in case.
Of course, Ankle Shanker. In fact, if anything you could learn might actually help us.
Also, fun is fun.
Yeah. Of course. Then I'm going to switch back to speaking common and say, sir, I think you have a point. I've discussed with my colleagues here, and we agree that this goose cook-off might actually be just the thing the people here need. I'm assuming the food supply before we got here and our our supplies from Gobbo, well, I can't imagine it's very good before any of this stuff comes.
Well, no, it's as I said, the poor people here are starving.
Well, what better way to build a public image than to look after the people, as it were? The people make it.
Yes.
That's what we used to say when the city of Gobbo was being built. Even it started as a small little town.
Now, Hawk, while this is going on, I'm just going to use my my skills to make a grinder.
Grinder?
Yeah, I can use any of my tools to make a other set of tools. So I've made a wet grinder.
Oh, a whetstone, yeah, to sharpen it. I thought you had the ability to do something like that.
Well, I kind of figured what Clee might have.
Clee over here just pulling tools out her ass.
No, it's made out like a dish bowl and some fucking razor blades.
Well, it's within reason, and Clee's like a Swiss Army knife, but again, it's.
Well, as I said, that's why I thought that I sort of knew as a part. I sort of knew you had the ability to fix the weapons. That's why I made them a little bit more broken.
If anyone can explain to me how thieves' tools become a wet grinder, please let me know.
Well, basically, all you'd have to do is go outside, grab some stone, like some heavy stone.
Yeah.
Like a certain type of stone.
Somehow she's turned a load of tools into a milling grinder.
It's a certain type of file and stuff. As I said, it's not that far-fetched. Certain tools are useful for both. So, as I said, is that everyone sorted before the long rest?
Yeah, just while we were in the woods gathering the wood for the fire, could I have tried to harvest some materials?
What sort of materials?
Like plant-based materials for making potions and stuff.
Yes. Yeah, you'll find the common ones there.
So, before the long rest, the skill or the spell that has to be used for identifying items is what, like a 10-minute cast, right?
Yeah.
So
you'll get to
done by now.
You'll get to use it a couple of times. It takes like 10 minutes each time. So I think everyone's ready for their long rest now.
Ready for I was going to do my. You said I could do a few things like, start mending a few things.
Yeah.
Now you are aware mend can't make items, right?
No, I'm not making anything. I'm just repairing things. Because all I really need to do is whittle down the axe heads.
No, the wood, and then you could use